I've seen parasitized fish with no tongue left. So the isopod itself becomes a replacement tongue for that fish. The tongue is completely chewed away and eaten up. You can see the 7 pairs of legs. Each is armed with a strong dactyl, which is like a claw, and it's these which the isopod uses to cling on to the fish's tongue. They do cling on to your finger. They grip on, and you can hold them upside down, and they'll hold on with just one claw. They're that sharp and that strong. Although they cause quite a lot of horror seeing something like this, these are all members of the order Isopoda. They're very wide-ranging. They live in seaweed, they live on the seashore, they live in the deep oceans, in trenches, and also in your back garden.
Woodlice are probably the isopods we are most familiar with. Found the world over, there are thought to be over 3,000 different species. And when you look at them, the family resemblance with the tongue-eating parasite is pretty obvious. But these two also have a big brother. The aptly named giant isopod, a scavenger found at the bottom of our deepest oceans.
This animal can walk along the seafloor quite happily and quite fast. Like the parasitic isopod, it has strong mouth parts which can be used for crushing and tearing at flesh. I wouldn't want to put my hands anywhere near this guy's mouth.
Impressive though this giant relative is, it's the habits of the little tongue biter called Cymothoa that provokes the strongest reaction.
To me, to find one of these parasites inside a fish's mouth is a moment of joy and elation because they're quite rare. But for someone who is buying a fish in a fishmonger's, to find one of these is probably the complete opposite reaction. It's one of horror and disgust.